I just recorded 12 minutes worth of footage, and YouTube lost the entire thing. I would just record it from my webcam's software, but for whatever reason when I do that, it doesn't upload in HD, but when I'm doing it through YouTube, it's uploading in HD. Anyway, this video was a continuation of my last video, me just talking about the shows I'm watching this season, but now it's just, I don't have the same ability to talk about everything that I did 5 minutes ago when I recorded a 12-minute video that YouTube lost. But anyway, quick rundown of what I'm watching this season. The same thing as the last video, but in case you didn't watch it, I'm watching Barakamon, Black Butler, Book of Circus, Hamatori's second season, Tokyo Ghoul, and Zenkyo no Terra. So it's a small list, it's only 5 things, but I typically don't watch more than that anyway. I was going to talk about, you know, what's been going on in the shows and if they're good or bad, but I don't have the heart to do a long conversation like I did because the video I just recorded ended up having like 5 minutes of me talking about Zenkyo no Terra, which I'm probably still going to end up doing because Zenkyo no Terra is extremely important. But as for the other shows, I'll just do a quick rundown. Barakamon is still great. It's been great since the beginning. It's fun to watch. The animation's really cute. It's fun. It's a slice of life. It's not like you're watching something super intense, but it's Barakamon. Like, I don't know what to say. It's fun. I enjoy it. Book of Circus is becoming surprisingly good. I was not expecting it to be that good, but it's fun. The episode I just finished, which inspired me to make this video, had a plot twist at the end, and it was like really intense. And if you read the manga, which most of the people watching this season have, they know it's coming up, and I don't, and it's more fun for me that way. Same thing with Tokyo Ghoul. Actually, I'm not reading that manga. Most people have read it, but it's fun. I enjoy it. I enjoy the characters. I can't wait to see what happens because the plot twist this episode was like really intense. It's like, oh my god. So yeah, I wasn't expecting to be into it because Black Butler isn't that good, but it's really good. The next thing is the second season of Hamatora, which is not really worth watching. It's very cliche, and I've seen like everything before. I'm just kind of watching it because I've invested in like the characters by this point, but they keep pulling these like plot twists. Like, first of all, the first plot twist they pulled was a really good character becoming evil. That was in the end of the first season, the beginning of second season. Take your pick, but like, oh wow, this good character turned evil and is now the antagonist of the story where he initially was the protagonist. Wow, I haven't seen that before. And then just last week they killed off a character, but then whoa, surprise, he's not actually dead. And they spent a whole episode talking about him like in the hospital, and he was like, they were doing all this. They kept pulling this one gag over and over again. It was like, oh, it's so funny. Look, he's falling off of the hospital bed. Oh, ugh, it's dumb. Don't watch it unless you want to. Then watch it. I'm also watching Tokyo Ghoul, which got disappointing for me because the first 2 episodes were really good and really like violent and intense, and it's really fun. And now it's just Kaneki Ken, also known as Shinji Ikari. Apparently I'm not supposed to make that joke because, like, I don't know, he's Shinji Ikari. I'm kind of like fighting with myself on this one because on the one hand, I love seeing the inner conflict of a character. Like, I'm human, but I'm also like a monster. Like, I don't want to kill people, but I'm also a monster. But on the other hand, I went to this show because I watched the PV, and the PV was like this really violent, intense thing. And since like the second episode, I haven't gotten that. I've just gotten this kid whining about not wanting to kill people, which is fine. But I'm not here for that. I'm here for you to start killing people. Though the last episode, he finally sort of almost killed someone, not really. So that was cool. It took him 6 episodes to put on the freaking mask we see from the opening. I don't know how long it's going to take us to see the white-haired kid from the opening, which is like an alter ego of himself. I don't know what his deal is. Well, now I do because I spoiled myself. But like, it's like 7 episodes. When is this guy going to show up? Like, So yeah, Tokyo Ghoul got really disappointing. It's not bad. It's just, I don't really care. But I'm not going to drop it because I care enough to find out what happens. I could just read the manga, but it's too much work. And the last thing, the thing I ended up speaking like 5 minutes about, was Zenkyo no Terra, And since I'm not going to speak 5 minutes about it again because I don't even remember what I talked about, I will just briefly go over. The animation is gorgeous. The story is gorgeous. The story is gorgeous. The story is great. I'm sorry, it's late. I'm tired. But another thing, the best thing I personally like about Genki no Terror is the pacing, because every single episode there's something about a backstory, some new character development, some plot relevant thing, and I have never watched a show where every episode has me invested in it, because usually throughout a show there's one episode where I'm kind of relaxed. I'm like, this is a good episode, this is nice, but whatever. But like every episode of Genki no Terror has me going like, oh my god, is he dead? Oh my god, what just happened? Did they just blow up a building? Oh my god. Like, it's really intense, and I really appreciate that. I appreciate that the show has the ability to keep me on the edge of my seat. Like, it's not very often that a show can do that every single episode. And by not very often, I mean never. This has never happened. Granted, it's not finished yet, but it only has 4 episodes left, and every episode just gets better and better. So, the thing worth worrying about is the ending, because this is kind of coming from Tumblr. I saw someone made a post about this, and it made me start thinking. But what they pointed out is that there's 4 episodes left, and they still have a lot of things to cover, which gets me worried, which is the point of the post, because we still don't know character motivations of the main cast. Well, the main 2, we don't know why they want to blow up Tokyo. We have like bits and pieces of their past, but not enough to really understand. They just recently introduced a character named Five, and she's basically like an antagonist. She's like fighting them, sort of like they're having like a chess match, basically, and we don't know her motivations at all, and we just don't know a lot of things that it doesn't seem like they're going to cover in 4 episodes. So I'm worried, because I really want a good ending, because my god, this show deserves a good ending. I have a feeling one of the main characters is going to die, because it's just that kind of show. I mentioned in the video that I previously recorded that doesn't exist anymore, thanks YouTube, that the one thing I don't like is 2 things about the characters. Lisa, who showed up in the first episode as this like scared, quiet little girl who also like wanted to destroy the world, is now this like peppy, upbeat, like, I'll try my hardest. And it's like, you are not the same girl from the first episode. And the second thing is 12, because in the second episode he told Lisa like, you're a part of us now, but you're not one of us, so if you make a wrong move, I'll kill you. And you're like, oh my god, he just told that girl he's gonna kill her, holy crap. And now he's like, she pulled out the stops to go and save her because she was gonna die, which, oh my god, last episode was so good, just saying. But like, that's kind of frustrating because it's not the same 12 we knew. On the one hand, he could be developing like emotions towards this character because he never really had anyone like that. On the other hand, it could be lazy writing where they just want you to be like, look at these 2 cute characters interacting. I feel like it's more than that. I feel like it really just is a part of 12. 12 like got connected to this character that he said he wouldn't get connected to. But I don't know. I'm going back and forth between whether or not it was like an intentional thing, or, I mean, of course it was intentional. But like, I don't know. I just feel like conflicted on whether that's like character development or if that's just they needed to write in character development, but they didn't actually show any of the development. Because like, we didn't see Lisa go from like quiet, scared, bullied girl to I'm gonna be a terrorist now. It just kind of happened. So like, I don't know. But Genki no Terror is the best thing I'm watching this season. Possibly like the best thing I've seen in a very long time. It's so good for all the reasons I listed and more. One of the reasons I didn't list was the music, which of course will be done by Yoko Kanno, but oh my god, it's so good. But yeah, so that's everything. I also wanted to make a quick rundown of opening and endings because I like it, so I'm going to talk about it. Real quick, Barakuman's opening, I love. The animation's adorable. The song's really good. The ending is really pretty, but I don't like the song because it's like rock, but it's like English with a really heavy Japanese accent, so it's like, eh. Black Butler, initially I didn't like the opening, but now I do. It's just kind of catchy. It caught on, and the animation that goes along with it's kind of fun. The ending, the song's alright. Nothing I'm gonna download, but the animation's really fun because it's like really symbolic and like metaphors are everywhere, and it's just fun. I really like that kind of thing. Hamatora, the opening is fantastic. I need the full version of that like right now. The animation's kind of generic. It's kind of like showing off the main cast, of which Hamatora has a bajillion, which is one of the reasons I don't like it. But it shows off like the main cast and they're doing their powers. But the song's really good. The ending is boring. I mean, it's pretty, but it's boring. Tokyo Ghoul, I did not like the opening at first. The guy had like a really high voice, and I was like, but now I have the full song on my iPod because I'm in love with it. I don't know how that happened, but it happened. So it's really fun. Though if you look at the full version, there is a completely random part in there where the guy screams. He just goes like, "Unravel Ghoul!" Like that's the lyric, "Unravel Ghoul," and he screams it, and the song temporarily becomes screamo for like 3 seconds. I don't know why, but it does. The only part of the song I don't like. The ending is boring, but it's pretty. It just shows pictures of the characters. It's nice, I guess. And Zenkyo no Terror, its opening is fantastic. It's Galileo Galilei who did Arahane's opening, excuse me, and also did first Hamatora opening, which was also fantastic. And the ending is sung by the same girl who did number 6's ending, and it's so good. It's all like in minor and like creepy, and it fits the show really well. Oh, both opening and ending are gorgeous. They both have a lot of symbolism with the crows. I personally don't know what it's supposed to symbolize, but there are crows everywhere. There's crows in the opening. One of the lyrics is talking about like a wing. There's crows in the ending, and I'm pretty sure one of the lyrics talks about a wing, or like a bent wing or a broken wing or something, or with our wings pulled out. I think that's the line. And there's actually not, I don't think it was last episode, but the episode before, there's a scene where 12 is like looking up at the sky and feathers are falling. So there's definitely some kind of bird symbolism in this show. I don't know what it's supposed to mean, but it's there. Now, I'm at 12 minutes again. I don't know how that happened, but it happened. Hopefully YouTube doesn't lose my footage, so I'm gonna hurry up and stop before that happens. But if you got this far, thanks. Thanks for watching me blab on about my anime. Feel free to comment on like what you're watching and what you thought of what I said. And yeah, and soon I can talk about the fall season in a few weeks. I don't think the fall season looks as promising as this season did, but you know, who knows. Also, the one thing I'm definitely excited about is Hitsugi no Chaika, because I marathoned that a few weeks ago and I really enjoyed it. Like, it's not the best thing ever, but it was cute, and to have a second season of that, it'll be fun. And it's being animated by Bones, and like Bones is my favorite studio because like anything I like comes from Bones. I've never watched anything animated by Bones that I didn't like. So I like Bones a lot, and I have a lot of faith in them. But okay, YouTube is 13 minutes. I'm so sorry. Nobody wants to watch 13 minutes of me talking to a camera. I'm gonna end now. Thanks for watching again. Bye.